H-Town, I need your help. We have been the #1 news channel on Chat Sports for the last several weeks, but the Patriots channel is gaining ground. I've been told by my bosses, like, Will, the Patriots channel's creeping up on you. We cannot let them catch us, so be sure to hit that subscribe button right now if you're all about the Houston Texans. H-Town, hold it down. Welcome into Texans Today. I am Will Scott, and Texans Minicamp is underway, and we're going to take a look on today's show at 5 position battles to watch during Minicamp. Before we get into it, though, help us grow the channel. I mentioned subscribing earlier, but another way to grow the channel is to share this video with your Texans friends and family. Here's what you do. Click the share button, select the Twitter icon, click post Twitter. You could also share it on Facebook or via text as well. We'd really appreciate you helping get the word out about our channel that we just launched a couple weeks ago. Let's talk about some position battles here to watch at Minicamp. Number 1 is quarterback. Who is going to win this QB battle? Because there are 3 quarterbacks on the Texans roster right now. C.J. Stroud, the 2nd overall pick out of Ohio State. Davis Mills, who's been your starter for the last 2 years. And then Case Keenum, the veteran backup that you signed in free agency, bringing him back to Houston. C.J. Stroud said this at OTAs about the QB room. It's a blessing. It's being something that I definitely knew that I needed it. Just that guidance and confidence that they've had. C.J. Stroud has had nothing but good things to say about Keenum and Mills and vice versa. C.J. Stroud, one of the best quarterbacks in the country last year at Ohio State. We're very lucky to get this guy in the draft. A 66.3% completion percentage, over 3,600 yards, 41 touchdowns, 6 interceptions for Stroud at Ohio State. And he was the number 2 overall pick by Houston in the NFL draft. C.J. Stroud needs to start from day one. We've seen the Davis Mills experiment. Hasn't been very good. He has not won a lot of games. He was the starter for 2 years. It is time to move on from Davis Mills. C.J. Stroud is the number 2 overall pick in the draft. He has to start from week 1 because you have got to put a winning product on the football field. Texans fans have been very patient. They have waited a long time for a respectable football team. The time is now to start winning football games. You do not do that with Davis Mills. You can do that with C.J. Stroud. Should C.J. Stroud start week 1? Type Y for yes or type in for no down in the comments section. If you type no, I'm blocking you. Just kidding, but everybody should be typing yes down in the comments section. That's no disrespect to Mills and Keenum, but C.J. Stroud is just clearly the best option already. He's looking great at minicamp. He looked good at OTAs. He should be the starter week 1. And I get it. They don't want to announce it too early because they want him to win the job. But once we get into camp, it should be very clear that he's going to start. Number 2 position battle we're watching is running back because the Texans have 2 really solid running backs in this room with Dameon Pierce and Devin Singeltary. Got Mike Boone as well, a Valladay, kind of a dark horse to make this roster, the UDFA from Arizona State. But we're going to see a battle here for that RB1 spot between Dameon Pierce and Devin Singeltary. Pierce was the star rookie last year. Singletary's had a good career. You bring him over from Buffalo in free agency. Here's what both players did last year. Now, keep in mind, Pierce played in 3 less games, still put up more yards. Singeltary had 1 more touchdown. Singeltary a little bit better in terms of yards per carry, 4.6 compared to 4.3. But again, I've said this and I'll say it again, Pierce is going to have a little bit less pressure on him. He's going to have a better offensive line. He's going to have a quarterback that's going to open up the offense, open up some holes for Dameon Pierce to put up really good numbers here in year 2. D'Amico Ryans, Texans head coach, said this about the Texans running back duo. Yeah, excited to have both those guys. Dameon has shown a lot from his rookie season. He's shown that he's a really good player, and being able to add Devin there with him to have sort of that 1-2 punch, to have those guys balance each other out. I think it'll be a really good addition for us. Excited for what Devin can bring. He's hungry to show that he can do more, so excited to have him in Houston. Singletary is going to have a big role in this Texans offense, and it's awesome that you have that 1-2 punch with him and Dameon Pierce, like D'Amico Ryan said. But Dameon Pierce is going to be RB1. Devin Singeltary is a good back. Pierce has superstar potential. We saw that in his rookie season. And again, the pressure going to be maybe off of him a little bit because he's got a better quarterback. He's got a better offensive line. I think Dameon Pierce is going to be put in a position to succeed as RB1 in year 2. He'll be the guy. He'll get the most carry. Singletary will still be heavily involved, but RB1 for the entire season is going to be Dameon Pierce. Be sure to subscribe because we bring you more Houston Texans news and rumors all year long. Hit that subscribe button below. Again, we cannot let the Patriots channel catch us. Number 3, position battle we're watching is wide receiver. This might be the most interesting position battle because who's going to be wide receiver 2 behind Nico Collins? And Nico Collins maybe not even solidified yet as wide receiver 1. You got Nico. You got Robert Woods. You got John Mechie III. Robert Woods, you sign him in free agency. John Mechie III, he's back from that cancer battle. Praise God, he's healthy. He will be heavily involved here in this Texans offense, and he's kind of a new face since we didn't see him last year. Noah Brown, a free agent signing, and then Tank Dell and Xavier Hutchinson, who you drafted. So a lot of new names here in this room. This battle is wide open. I think Nico Collins is going to be wide receiver 1 this year. I don't know about wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3. Robert Woods is going to be great. John Mechie, I think, is going to be great. But how about Tank Dell and Xavier Hutchinson? I mean, those two guys were steals in the NFL draft. Both guys could get heavily involved here in their rookie seasons. This is going to be very intriguing to see how this Texans wide receiver room shapes out. Who's going to be wide receiver 1 this season? Let me know down in the comments section. Who do you think will be wide receiver 1? I think it's going to be Nico Collins, but some of you in the comments on previous videos have said Tank Dell. That'd be awesome. Number 4 is defensive line because who is going to emerge next to Will Anderson? That is the big question that I have when I'm looking at this room. You got Will Anderson. You have a couple new faces in this room as well. Sheldon Rankins, who you signed in for agency. Malik Collins. He's back. I'm excited to see what he can do. Jonathan Grenard, good player. Jerry Hughes, who led the team in sacks last season. Will Anderson, we know he is going to be the guy. We know he is going to be racking up all the sacks on this defensive line. But who's going to emerge next to him on the right side that might get Will Anderson some more opportunities to get to the quarterback, right? It just can't be Will. We got to get someone else. Is it going to be Jerry Hughes? I don't know. Is it going to be Jonathan Grenard? I don't know. Dare I say Chase Young if you trade for him? We'll see. But that's the question I have here at Minicamp. Who's going to step up and emerge next to Will Anderson, be the second defensive end in terms of just being a sack leader? Number 5 is linebacker because you have a lot of new faces here as well. Denzel Perryman, you bring him over in free agency. That was an excellent signing. Corey Littleton as well. So your top 3 guys are Perryman and Littleton, who you signed in for agency, and then Christian Harris, who was awesome, is a rookie last year. So I'm really excited to watch those 3 guys. But another name that I'm looking at here, when you're talking about the Texans linebacker room, is Henry To'oTo'o. Can he get involved here in his rookie season? And I think the answer to that question is a resounding yes. This guy had no business falling to the 5th round. The Texans scoop him up. He was one of the best defensive players in the SEC. And when I watch him on tape, when I watch what he did at Alabama, you know who he reminds me of? D'Amico Ryan, his head coach, who was one of the best Texans linebackers in franchise history. Also went to Alabama. Henry To'oTo'o is going to be awesome, man. Which position battle are you most excited about? Let me know down in the comments section. Quarterback, I think we can all agree that's going to be won by C.J. Stroud. Running back, I think we can all agree Dameon Pierce is going to be RB1. Honestly, I'm most excited to see what happens at wide receiver because 1 through 6, any one of those guys could maybe lead the Texans in receiving yards this season. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/Texans TV. We'll continue to have you covered with Houston Texans news and rumors throughout the Texans offseason.